Welcome into the Lycamobile Jaguars Jam, Week 13. The Jags and the Colts coming up. J.P. Shadrick and cornerback D.J. Hayden with us. What's up, man? How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
Great. Thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
Got UK questions for you.
Okay.
Fans in London have some questions and some media folks, so let's get right to it today with number one from Anthony Wooten of Love Sport Radio. Andrew Luck has had an impressive year, as too have Eric Ebron and T.Y. Hilton. How do you stop them? Yeah, a few weeks ago, we saw this team up close and personal. What do you think about the personnel in Indy?
Yeah, they have been having a great year, both Andrew Luck, T.Y., and Eric Ebron. And to answer the question, to stop them, you just got to hold them, you know?
Right.
I mean, you got to execute the coverage. You can't be having guys wide open in your coverages in your defense. So to stop them guys, you got to execute have a great game plan. And you got to execute it and believe it, and everybody got to do their job.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's a team, all 11 guys on the field doing what they have to do.
Absolutely.
And not a whole lot more than that, because things get out of whack pretty easy. Let's move along here. Alex Johnson will give me sport. We're going to move back a week now. What was the reaction in the team after the incident between Fournette and Lawson? Of course, that's when the game turned last week in Buffalo. How has that gone over this week?
Oh, man. I mean, it was it was unfortunate for us because we lost one of our best offensive players due to the fight. But, on that Pacific play, Moncrief and the corner, they was wrestling for the ball.
Yeah.
And it got pretty physical. And, this is a physical sport, and we are pretty competitive guys. And guys don't like anybody, messing with their teammates, and which is understood. But we just got to be overall as a team, just be smarter, just because of a situation like this that could possibly happen. But it was unfortunate, but it was just reaction. I don't think it was a planned thing or anything like that. It was just a reaction by Fournette, and I'm pretty sure he probably regrets it. But it happened, and it's football, and it happens a lot. It happens often.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep going forward.
Got to move on now. He's out for a week, and then the team's got to move on this week against the Indianapolis Colts. Fan question. Graham Rutledge has a question about his 11-year-old son just getting into the tactics of American football. What 2 bits of advice would you give someone who wants to play defensive back, maybe who hasn't done it before? Where do you start?
Where do you start? You just start by, I would say, for a kid who's young and who's really starting to get into football, I would say you should start off with your footwork. And speed, because playing defensive back, you have to be fast because there's a lot of receivers out there, and most likely you want to be able to hold all of them, either the fast ones or the smaller ones or the bigger ones. So I would say work on footwork, make sure you get your footwork right, and just watch the game. Just watch football a lot. And a lot of people like to play it, but you got to really you got to love it, man. To be out there, you got to really love it, and for the game to treat you well, you got to do the game well, and you got to work hard. It's just not going to be given to you. A lot of people are born with talent, but a lot of us is born with talent, but we had to work hard to get to NFL. So I would just say just keep working, footwork, and just love the game.
It's a lifestyle. It has to be your life.
Absolutely.
If you take any time off, you'll get beat. That's for sure. Anthony Wooten, Love Sport Radio, has a question. Do you feel like opportunities have been missed this year given the talent within the team? We all know the expectations outside of the building. I'm sure there were expectations inside the building for this season. It's been a struggle, man. That's basically the bottom line.
This year we definitely, I say we definitely missed out on a couple of opportunities. And it's just the fact that you just got to be locked in every play. And this year it was a lot of expectations, very high expectations for us, and we didn't quite meet them. But it's not over yet, and we still got 5 more games to play. So we do what we're supposed to do. We can finish off 500, and I feel like we just gotta lock in better.
Just gotta finish strong. At least
finish strong. I feel like we gave teams too much hope at the beginning, and that's another thing. You give a team hope at the beginning, that can be all the motivation that they need. So as a competitor, you want to take the hope out of an opponent at the very jump of the game.
Right, and then get them out of the game early.
Absolutely.
And finish the job. It leads us to our next fan question here. After a losing streak of 7 games, how do you motivate yourself? Is it difficult to bring the same power like in Game 1? This is We all know the record, but as you said, you got to finish the season strong.
Yeah.
5 games left. Put it on tape and get something done, and then snap the losing skid here.
After losing 7 games straight, this really it's really a test of your whole team's mental toughness. You know what I mean? Just losing 7 games, that sucks. You know, nobody wants to lose. Like, we all in here to win, but at the end of the day, somebody gonna lose. You know. Unfortunately, it's been us the past 7 weeks, but you just got to be mentally strong and you got to keep working, man. You can't start letting doubt creep in, because then that's when stuff's just all unorganized and nobody knows what. So I would say we just got to keep together, mental toughness, mental focus, and just keep swinging.
That's the job, man. Go out there and play ball. Let's lighten it up here the rest of the way. Joseph Thickey has a question. Who is the funniest guy in the locker room?
Oh, the funniest guy? So many. I mean, where do I start? Wow.
Bunch of comedians in there.
I like the funniest guys to me, I would say, is Jeremy Purnell, Leonard Fournette. Who else is?
Parnell is quietly funny now. He
Parnell,
doesn't say
you just
a
have
lot.
to listen to some of the stuff he says, and he's
right. He's kind of a sniper. He'll jump in there when he needs.
He be having me. Didi be having me roll it too, because Didi locker right next to mine. He always be talking noise, so Didi be having me cracking up.
Didi was.
We got a lot of characters on this team. I say that.
We do. That's for sure. Kevin Rates has the next question here. Do you have any pregame rituals and superstitions?
Pre-game rituals and superstitions. Before every game, even before practice, it's a special way I take my hands. So I get black tape my wrist, and then I get the white finger tape.
Mm-hmm.
Then I make like little lines on them, and I do that like anytime I step on the field, and whether it's practice or game.
When did that start?
It actually started this year.
Oh, this is the first year you've done it? Okay.
Yeah, it actually started this year, and I've been doing it, and I know I feel good about it. But other superstitions, typically, like for away games, I like to wear the other team's colors in my suit, which is kind of weird.
Like in your travels, like
in my suit.
Dress suit.
Yeah, I like to wear some of the other team's colors. I
Give
know
me
it's
something
kind
to
of
think about.
it's kind of weird, but I don't know. I just do that a little bit.
That's a pretty good one. Let's move along here. Pedal Ben asking, what was the first thing you bought with your signing bonus? Ooh, this might go back to your first days in the league.
Well, my very first signing bonus?
Yeah. Or this one.
My very first signing bonus, the first thing I bought was a Jeep Wrangler, a brand new Jeep Wrangler. I seen it in the car dealership in Oakland, and it was one of the model ones. It was lifted already. It had the lights on it. It had everything. I said, you know what? Give me that one. I take it.
That's a pretty good
Drove it right out the car dealership.
Right off the display case, right out the door, and you took it home with you. A couple more questions here. If you could play another sport professionally, what would it be and why?
Basketball.
Easy. What position?
I'll be I'm really like more of like a 1-2 guy, you know what I'm saying? I kind of predict my game. If I had to pattern my game by anybody, I'd say it's like a mixture between Gary Payton and Steph Curry.
That's pretty
good
mixture.
Because I'm going to get steals. You know, I'm got the lockdown D.
Yeah.
And then I can shoot too, you know what I'm saying?
From anywhere on the court.
From anywhere. I be telling people all the time, like, if I wasn't in the league, I'd probably be overseas hooping somewhere. Real talk.
Maybe over in London. Yeah, you never know. Ben Houghton has the next question. At what age did you start playing football?
Man, I started playing football when I came out the womb. When I was like 6, 5, maybe I really started playing like organized football when I was like 6. But it's videos my mom got me when I was like younger, and I used to have my sister. I used to make her hold the football, and I should just come tackle her, just boom. So football been with me for my whole life, though.
Love that. That's a fantastic story. Let's finish today with a question of the week from the UK's JagTag participants, brought to you by LGT Vestra US. This week's JagTag question of the week from William Cave, a 10-year-old from Brandlehowe Primary School. That's just across the river from Craven Cottage, in fact, in London. What's the single toughest game you've played in, and why? That's a good question.
The single?
Toughest.
Like ever?
Yeah.
Wow. I say the single toughest game.
That's a tough one, right? There's so many games, obviously.
Done a lot. Single toughest game?
Maybe just your worn-out physical kind
of
matchup.
I know exactly what game. It was actually my it was my last game in Detroit this past year, and the day 2 nights before the game, I was sick. I had I had a real bad fever.
Yeah.
It's like my temperature was like 104, and I didn't really practice that whole week. And we had like 3 other corners like down, so like they really like needed me. So I mean, I was sick. Like I didn't even go to the team hotel that Saturday. Like I was in bed, like throwing up, sick, and like my body was just physically like I couldn't
shutting down.
Yeah, my body really was shutting down, but I got enough strength to just get up that morning, and I just went straight to the game and met the team there. And I played that game, the whole game. Started on defense, played nickel, and I played special teams. And I was dead tired. But that was probably one of the toughest games for me.
You know, Michael Jordan had the flu game.
Yeah.
That's your flu game, I guess.
Yeah, too bad I didn't get no pick sixes that game. I played good though. I played well that game actually. But
that's funny. That's a tough one now.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
Tough.
Hey, DJ, good luck to you this week. Let's get a win, man. Stop the slide against the Colts this week. How about that?
Man, absolutely. That's the plan.
DJ, good to see you, man.
We got y'all.
DJ Hayden, cornerback, joining us on the Lycamobile Jaguars Jam.